Hey guys. Hey John, Stuart, Peter, Mark, good day. Hang around for a bit, John. Mark Osborne, good day. Still getting the hang of this, I don't know. I'm probably going to be getting the hang of this to the end of my life. But, Randy, good day. There's things that are screwy, but at least with landscape. David, hello. While John's here, this is what I was talking about the other day. Do you reckon that's something we can press in 3mm steel? Something to think about. Anyway, what's happening, everyone? Not very much. Tea and biscuits, g'day. Got a letter from Tea and Biscuits today. That's a bit exciting. Well, there wasn't actually a letter. It was just an envelope. But got it. That's awesome. We'll talk about that in a minute. What sort of a weekend have I had? Little bit. A little bit sketchy, actually. Didn't do a lot, to be honest. Didn't do much at all. A bit slack. Did a little bit of cleaning up in my workspace, in my bedroom, to get a bit more serious about some study and stuff. What else? Bit of head scratching, a little bit of machining, watched a bit of TV, all that sort of stuff. It was a pretty relaxing weekend, actually. Didn't do a lot. But, I don't know, I've got stuff to show you, I guess. I don't know if I've got much to show you. So, going to get these cut out, and I think I'll just get it cut and press the centre out like that. Make a couple of extras and sell them, maybe. We're going to set up the dies to press them. So, that's actually a hinge door. There's two of them on the roller. One of them goes on the vertically like this on the gear guard under behind the wheel. You swing it out of the way to grease stuff or oil stuff or whatever you do. And the other one goes on the steering box, which is, gosh, I'll put this up here. This monstrosity here, like so, and it's got a hole on the top for greasing and oiling it, and that's where it goes. It's got a rivet on one side, it just swings out of the way over the top of that. It's got another hole threaded up here. I've got no idea at all what that's for. Bit of a mystery. And there's one in the back plate too that this bolts onto that I don't know what it's for either. But if anyone knows what that hole's for, hit me up. I haven't got a clue. This is quite a bit bigger than Mark's T3 roller. Quite a bit bigger. But anyway, put that back down there. Same thing, only a bit scaled up. Mark says the same. Maybe it's for something then. Don't know. Maybe it's for something. Dudley, good morning. Messing around with this a bit. Very random sort of mess around with sort of a job. Don't know if I'm actually doing much or achieving much. Sorry about the shakes. Got plates made. to go on there. Plug weld that on there. I want to put a wire edge around here. Hey, Paul. Anyone who's a welding expert, I've got a bit of 6mm rod, aluminium rod, and I've sort of started bending it up. It's not a very easy thing to bend around there to fit the shape, because it's probably more complicated than it needs to be. It's got a round corner here and a round corner here and a round corner there, or square corner there and a square corner here. So I don't know whether I bend these pieces like this on each side and weld a bit in the middle, or whether we just tack this on here and then bend it round and tack it a bit more and bend it and tack it and bend it and tack it and bend it like that. I don't know what's the easiest way to do. I'll have to go and talk to Peter about that, but don't know. If anyone's got any feedback on that, that'd be great. Now ideally we want to tack this nicely on the inside, like around there, and put a wire edge around it and plug weld the plate on the front. And then I want to chop this out here level with the wire, the back of the wire nicely, and chop this piece out of here, which is just a support, and then we've got a guard for the belt, which is really nice. Before I do that, I want to put 4 holes in here for screws, 2 in each side. I went and found some nice brass screws, sort of nice brass screws. You can't buy nice brass screws. These are actually cross head, which is ugly, but they're brass screws. And they've still got to have that bit machined out of there as well to fit over the frame. The smart thing to do at this point, before I put this on, hear me out, I think it's a smart thing, is to pull all this off and do some jobs on it. And where that plate fits around there, cut 10mm out of here and give this another coat of paint. That's really probably what we should do. Is that going to happen? Not feeling likely at this point. Bit of a job, to be honest. But if we did that, it probably should sort out some oiling system for these fasten loose pulleys, because they don't get oil in these 2 middle ones which spin freely, like the 2 middle ones just are the 2 that turn, and they don't get oil particularly well. I'd also like to put a keyway in this pulley so that it doesn't spin or come loose. That'd be very nice. So if I pulled all this off and rubbed it back and painted it and cut that piece out of the side there, not really feeling it. I think I'm just going to make it fit over the top, and if it gets pulled off, this shaft gets pulled out to get fixed at some point, it does. And that makes 2 reasonably small jobs, as opposed to 1 huge job, which means the lathe's out of commission because I've got to go and do stuff. So I'd very much like to put a keyway in here or something, even a wood rough key or something in it. I don't know. I'd have a brooch to put a key in the pulley, and I could put a matching keyway in there. Might as well just be a straight key with a grub screw on it, because this is not ideal like this. So that's another job. If we do that, then the belt change needs some work too, and yeah, and so on and so forth. I'd like to put a guard across the top there with a bit of an angle on it, and probably a light under it, which I've got a strip light that'd go nicely along the front if we put a guard on top there. Stop some of the oil splashing up the wall. I mean, this is all, it's not actually splashing up the wall. There's no oil on the ceiling or anything. But this bit of plywood's getting a bit of oil, a few oil marks. So that would be very nice to do, is to put that on there. just a bit of stainless steel, but I think I'd have to put a square frame on it just to support it so it doesn't go like this all the time. So that's where I'm at with that. Don't know. This bit of stainless steel on the back's not really ideal either. Sort of works. What I'd like to do, see that end's folded in there like that nicely with the screws in the back. Very much like to plug these screws here and bend this over too so that it's the same. I had a hole there for a switch for a downlight on top, but that's not really the ideal place to put it either. So maybe I get another piece of stainless steel cut and folded. Not a big deal, but it's something that needs doing. We've got some bronze in here. Valve seats for roller water pump. Slowly going. Next thing is to drill some holes in that. Nigel, g'day. New video from Nigel. Couple of new videos from Nigel on doing a really complex smoke box. Very interested, Nigel, on how you're going to seal the doors. That's what I'm holding out for. But good content and always worth a watch. Go Create Hobby Machine Shop. You should go and check that out. But interested to know. That's to the sides. Interested to know how you're going to seal the front doors on that smoke box. That was my observation. See, we're all thinking the same here. That's what everyone thinks. How are we going to do it? But interesting to see. I'm wondering whether you're going to actually seal them up and then just have them dummies and have the whole front pull off. I'm not sure. Interesting, but they look great. Like Paul says, they look great. It's really nice. Nice job. Enjoyed the video. Next thing is to drill 6 radial holes in this. Door seals coming up, Nigel says. And put a seat in the radius and the centre hole in this and machine them down to size. And then we can start thinking about, this is in the forge or chuck for a couple of reasons. One is that it's somewhere near concentric for the other chuck in the mill. And the other reason being is it's only chuck I've got big enough to hold this really. So there's a bit of work in these, but this weekend should pull them up, I think. Put some of this stuff away, maybe. The guard thing's just in the sides because I've been wanting to do it for a while and I thought making a start would be a good way to make some progress on it. Not very good with that. What else have I done? These are a nightmare of a thing, really. I made 2 of these. All the correct profile, all that sort of stuff. Proper radius. Bit of a challenge. More than a bit of a challenge. Glow in the dark red, the original colour. We'll get to that. It was probably red, and it was probably all over black. No, I think they were red. I'm not sure that's the right red, but it's red. And it's the same red as under the canopy, so if it's all the same red, it doesn't matter. This needs another coat of paint at least. Probably a couple of coats of paint. It'll get another one early on the weekend while we're finishing the rest. These are the valves. They've got a radius in the bottom, which is 1/2 inch, and they're 1/2 inch deep. So I've put a ball co around nose cutter into there, the right depth, and then I plotted out this radius the same as I did the front, and just in 0.2mm steps. So just cut in as we went right out to the outside and then cleaned it up with a graver. I think they're pretty good. I think they're really nice actually. This is the original, which you can see is pretty worn. No label on it yet, but we could do that. I reckon I could have that done by the end of the video if we needed to. So I noticed afterwards that this has got two centres in it, which is probably how they were machined. I'm not sure. Probably this side was machined first and then they were set up on a centre or on a faceplate or something. I don't know how they were driven, and this side machined afterwards. Not sure. If you used a film tool for them, you'd have to hold them pretty tight because there's a fair bit of friction on that with a big form tool. Don't know how they did that. Anyway, that's how I've done them. I've got one and a matching one, which is really nice. There's another one in the seat. There's a bit knocked up. They're pretty well banged up. How many times have been someone's tried to seat them and hit them with a hammer. And you can see the, I don't know if you can see on that one, probably as much as this one. You can see how worn they are on the seat. There on the bottom, you can see that. So hopefully we fix that. And they're full size again. They all look good. There's no marks or uglies. These seats and everything are really ugly. And that sits in the seat here. The thing is that this seat in here has got, what, nearly 1/16 of an inch rock in it. Don't know if you can see that. So there's no way it can sit down all the way around. It's either that way or that way. It's probably the best way to show it. There's quite a lot of rock on the seat because they're touching in the wrong spot. So next bit's that's what I'm working on now. Without that bell mouth on there that's not supposed to be there, that's just where they've been hammered. What I'm going to do is machine them to size, make all this, all these features in here with the 6 holes. There's a gap in the audio, you're not hearing me? I've got this plugged in. I didn't ask for a check. Let me know if there's more of a problem. If we're just dropping out. Thanks, Dudley, for letting us know. So yeah, I'll make all those features on the inside and then turn them around and drill that hole in there in the right spot to locate, and machine this face here down until they sit in there and the hole lines up nicely with this pin, I think. Which actually works. It's supposed to go in the side here. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Paul. Which is what locates it, see? So it's sort of critical to get this distance from here to there at the right place. And then we're going to make them a smooth push fit in there, like push in and push out fit, so I don't have to worry about a puller or anything. Hopefully they come out again. And then put a bit of water pump sealant or something around them. So that's what I'm doing this next weekend. Can't procrastinate that any further. So that's all we need is 2 of them. I don't think there's a lot of work in them once we get into them. Check speakers. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to plug this in. Yeah, it's all plugged in nice. Anyway, this is red. This is the first coat of red on it. It's still a bit sticky. Couple of days and it wants to rub back, or wire wool, Scotch Brite back, take the shine off it and all the lumps and things, and another coat of paint. New gaskets are sort of cut, which is nice. So that's another job. Anyway, so that's some of the exciting things that are happening. Got a heap of laser cutting drawn up. I've been on the CAD a bit, trying to get a list of things done. Stuff like these, bits for a couple of those covers. Motion covers, it's a bit exciting. New motion covers. Some saw bench bits. Some line boring bits for the saw bench. There's a few bits, quite a few bits to do. What else? I went and got a quote. I went across to Gear Concern in Archerfield, close to Brisbane, in the suburbs near the airport, and got them to do me up a quote for their new gear and worm for the steering, which is what it really needs, I've decided. No good messing around. I'm going to put the worm and gear back on at this point. And it'll do a stretch, but if they can possibly, and I think it's probably something that's going to get done before July, which is the next big, really big outing on the roller. So might be a new gear and a new worm. I'll keep you posted, but I haven't got a price from them yet. We'll see how that goes. So that was another job I did on Monday. Went and got length of this. Wanted some offcuts of 5mm rod, and they only had 6. I had to buy a length, which was $11, so I've got plenty there. And I tried to bend one piece up, but I'm not really feeling the love, so I'm going to go and talk to my welder about that and see what happens. Haven't really got an answer for that. Could cast up a whole edge with a flat on it to go on the inside, to go around it in 2 parts and dig them on and grind them up, but I'm not really feeling like that's something I want to do. Time you get all your patterns right and cast them 3 times, it's going to be a couple of months out of my life I haven't got. So we'll see what happens. Got an envelope from England. Right. These are sort of a channel exclusive so far. I haven't seen anywhere else that's got them. Sticker from Tea and Biscuits, which is really nice. Awesome sticker, really. Kerning on those top letters is a bit atrocious, but we won't go there. Between the A and the N is terrible. The C's a little bit low at the top. I'm picking holes. That's terrible. But really nice stickers, guys. Nice artwork. Really like this. I like the idea. Haven't got one on the board yet. Wonder if I can do this one-handed or whether I should wait. I'm going to try and do it. Where'd I put it? Where's it going to go? Oh my gosh. What have we got? We'll put it up here next to Nigel, hey? That's pretty exciting. Now, I have been having a clean up in another room, right? There's some extra to spread around. I only need one, so I might post these on. See how we go with it. See where they can do the best. Now, I've got some letters I found when I had a clean up. One from James P. One from Rusty. One from Tea and Biscuits. Who else? A few others, but there's a few I've probably forgotten about. Now, I'm going to ask you to drop me a message somewhere if I promise you a sticker and you've never got it. Right, whoever you are. And I'll get some envelopes sorted and I'll make a trip to the post office. Promise. Right, it's a promise. Have it done. It's a job that needs doing. So I've got some envelopes there. I've got some stickers. Got a few spares. Got some other goodies. I'll just flat stuff and I'll stick them all in and I'll post them. There we go. Hey Aid. I think Aid might be on that list. I'm not going to write it down now, but drop me a message on Facebook or whatever social media. I'm on all of them, so wherever you find me. Discord too is pretty cool. Or even YouTube. If you put a comment on this video, then probably I'll see it. Any of you guys I promised a sticker to and I haven't got there, let me know and I'll post them out. Stuart's on the list. Is all okay, AIDS workshop? That's a very good question. Chirpy's on the list too. I've got to stand after Chirpy. But if we're waiting for that, we're probably going to wait forever. So I'll just get some postage done. There was a good live from Chirpy this week. Very good live. Really enjoyed that on pattern making. Seems to be all he's doing is making patterns, and hopefully at some point he gets some castings made and some actual things made. But he's pretty good at getting stuff out. So enjoyed catching up with Chirpy the other day. Yesterday, I think it was. Last night. Anyway, that's it. That's what's happening. That's all I did. No whistle progress. No steam engine progress apart from this. No other casting progress. No impeller yet. There's been a bit of a shake up there, I think, because people have going through stuff and stuff they've put up with or dealt with, or any club situations like that. I think people who've taken stuff in their stride or dealt with it or decided it was best to be the better person. Personal health and other issues in people's lives tend to make them a bit short, and then everything blows up. And if there's two people in the same situation at the same time, then you've got a problem. And there are some problems like that at the Trades Guild, so everyone's working that out. I'll go back at some point and we'll sort this out, but it's not going to be this weekend, I think, because I've got to get these done. See how I'm going by Monday night. If I've got these in, another coat of paint on this. I've been cleaning these bits up. So this has got that fancy edge on it. It's got a thread in it. I haven't got a tap for that thread. Don't know why. It's 3/8 BSB, I guess. Probably. Yeah, 3/8 BSB. This is exactly the same part, see, but it's got 4 holes through it, like so. And this gives you a priming situation, like with a tap and everything. So you can prime the pump by opening the tap and letting some air out. That's the theory. This should screw in here nicely, but it's a bit dirty. But there's no point screwing it in there because this is just a blind hole. So I'm not sure why this is even threaded. Don't know why they didn't stop production before they drilled that in half of them and never put the 4 holes in. Don't know. Mystery. Or why they didn't just finish them all the same and put a plug in this one, so they're interchangeable. Not sure. One of life's mysteries. But this has got this round end on it. And that is why that's got a recess in it like that, see? Sits on that round end like so. Yeah. And that gives you a valve limit, you see? It's open and shut, open and shut. And this is upside down, but this goes here. And there's the right amount of clearance in between the two. So that's why that's that shape. These go down the hole, and this screw locates on this fancy looking brass thing. And then this drops in, this screws down on top on the suction side. And I might clean that thread out and put a plug in it or something. I don't know if it really needs it. I don't know what to do about that. Feels like it might need a camera GoPro mount or something. I don't know, but it's right under the steering wheel, so I don't know. Anyway, that screws in. This one's the same. Right, that screws in too on top of this valve, and then this is because we haven't got a proper priming tap. I've got this one, which is not a bad approximation. It's quite a bit later, I think. Certainly not Fowler, but it's got a thread in the top, and if you just put it in like this, when you prime the pump, and there's no leaks in it, I'm guessing this is going to sort of squirt 4 foot in the air, which is a bit of a problem when it's directly under the steering wheel, because it gets you pretty well directly under the chin. So I'm going to put elbow on top of that. Anyway, everyone's still there. Everyone's gone quiet. So get all them bits in. This goes delivery on this side, bypass on this side. You look after yourself, Aid. No. Yeah. Delivery into the pump, bypass. So suction is the word I'm looking for. Suction, bypass. So when that valve at the middle's on the end's open, it's got masking tape around at the moment, but when that valve's open, this pumps straight out of there, back here, doesn't lift the pressure valve, this pumps straight back down into the tank, so it circulates. When you close that, it can't come back down and take the easy way out. So it comes out this one, which is a delivery to the boiler. So that's how that works. And these go basically in here. Like so. And plunger goes on this one. So it's not a pipe outlet. The pump plunger pushes backwards and forwards on this out the front there of the crankshaft. So yeah, the idea is to aim this sort of that way so it misses everyone. That's the theory. Squirts out there somewhere. James, g'day. James missed a bit about sending out stickers, so that's good. There's one parcel I won't have to send. Went looking for a tap for that because I wanted to clean that hole out, and I don't know why. I thought it might be nice to have a clean thread in it. Not sure why it's threaded. If anyone's got any idea at all why that blind hole's got a thread in it, Mark or anyone else, let me know. Don't know if it does anything. So I went looking for a tap. I've got this, right? It's all very useful. 3/8 BSPF intermediate. Can't really fit a pressure gauge on there because it's just a blind hole. I don't know. I can see that they were both the same bits and they got them finished to there and just didn't re-drill that one. But why they didn't just put a plug in there. The thing is, if it was operating and you took that plug out, you've got 200 psi water squirting up there. So that's probably one reason they didn't do that. Now I found this, which is not helpful really. I've got no idea why Dad would have had this. Right. I'm not sure if it's the same thread or not. Now I look at it. Gosh. It's exactly the same thread, so that'll do the job. There we go. Why it's got an F on it? I thought that was BSPF. What's F? No idea what the F stands for. Does anyone else know? All you English people who specialise in that sort of engineering, Abe might know, or Nigel. What's BSPF? Let's have a look in here. BSP tapered, BSP standard pipe, MPT, PG, BSP, BSW, BSF. 3/8 BSP is 19, so it's just a 3/8 BSP tap. It's not a fine tap at all. There you go. I thought that was fine. British standard pipe fitting, could be. I thought it was fine. but obviously it's not, because it's exactly the same as a standard one, and it's not in here. There's no such thing as BSPF, so don't know. BSP taper, BSP standard, then we go to MPT and PG, metric coarse, metric fine, metric spark plug, metric special, and I need to get my other book out if you want all the weird German instrument threads, and English and French and Spanish German threads, instrument threads, but it's none of them. So that's the right thread. We could just tap that, at least clean it out a bit probably. I'm not feeling like it's going to start. That's where I was at with it. Didn't feel like it was going to start. But maybe it's just damaged thread. Screws in the top there, alright, when I look at it. No idea. Anyway, got one, and it's a good Sutton one, so it must have cost someone some dollars. Wasn't me. Anyway, I'll set this up somehow and clean this out, and I don't know what I'll do with that. Feels like it needs Sutton in it to stop the... Now BSPT is a tapered thread. BSPF might be pipe fitting, I don't know. But it's the same threads per inch as the standard one. It's full of junk, so I might wire brush that up and run a tap in that. I don't know whether to put something in to keep the muck out, or whether to make a nice dome fitting to put in it, or whether to... Don't know. Any ideas? I could put a little stand, like a bit of 1/4 inch aluminium on a thread, like so, and a little flag, sort of like a red and black and white swastika flag or something. Maybe not that, but something we could put on there. Except it's about 8 inches below the steering wheel, which makes it a very difficult place to put anything. Anyway, and there's no visibility, so you can't really put a camera or anything on it. There you go. Tea and biscuits is onto it. To remove the confusion. Well, that worked, didn't it? It was obviously successful. Because none of us were confused on any level. But yeah, this is a parallel thread. Anyway, I might have a bit more of a effort to clean that thread out at some point. So there we go. That's kind of where we're at. No other progress. Haven't really done anything. That's how it is. No real, we touched on this briefly last week, no real progress on this. I don't know what to do about this. Right, Roller has 6 of these. I think it depends which generation you come from, or how old your tap is, what's written on it. I have 6 of these. All right, they're all various states of ugly. They're all covered in tallow and baked on steam oil and ash, right? Which is one of those steam engine things, right? Give you some idea what this stuff's like. This is what we're trying to clean off everything after 10 years of being ignored. Got this nice starrett steel rule. It's no good for anything. Right, it's got inches on both sides, which is alright. But it's got 16ths and 8ths on one side. And it's got 32nds and 64ths on the other side. There's no hole to hang it up. And it's too wide to go through a buttonhole in a shirt. So it sits here on the bench. Try not to use it as a scraper. Anyway, got this stuff which is baked on hard. Nothing really dissolves it. And the only way to fix these is to make new ones. See, this one's got a dent in the end of it. Probably should be more round like that, maybe. I don't know. They should be symmetrical. I'm not sure whether they should have both ends cut off like that or whether they should be straight on one side. But this is what holds the ash pan on. Under the boiler, there's 6 studs sticking out with slots in them. Very, very close to the side of the ash pan because the foundation ring's only this wide and the ash pan sits on top of it, see? Don't have a drawing of this clip. I probably do actually. I could go and look. Maybe I do. There's lots of drawings. There could be a drawing of this clip. But I imagine this was a bought-in part. So probably there's just a part number or a source for it rather than an actual drawing. If they weren't made in the factory. Don't know. But I need 6 new ones because what's on there is no good. And they need some sort of a pull ring on them so that you can pull them out in a hurry and so you can attach them with a wire so that when they fall out, they don't drag on the ground. So what would be very good would be a hole in there and a ring that you can get your finger in. Ultrasonic cleaner might clean them up. It's hard on ultrasonic cleaners though. It's rotten stuff. Not much moves it. And Citrus 6000 ultrasonic degreaser moves it eventually if you warm it up and soak it for long enough. Hey Russell, but everything's covered in this crap everywhere. And some of it's a quarter of an inch thick. So you just got to scrape it off and scrape it off and scrape it off and scrape it off and scrape it off until there's none left. And do it every time you steam it so that it doesn't accumulate again. Because it all melts and runs out solid again. And there's no good cleaning up when it's hot. So, there you go. That's one of those jobs that is never ending. Yeah, it's where it is. That's why the reason this is hard baked on. But all the front of the tube plates like this and the top of the boiler. It's not fun. You put a ring on it and a bit of wire rope. And attach them somewhere to the boiler. Then when you pull them out, they just hang down and you don't actually lose any of them, which would be really nice because usually when you pull them out, you're sitting in 2 inches of water and about on top of about 2 inches of like soft grey ash and quite a lot of clinker and about this size. So finding the 6 of them, it's a bit of a job once you pull the ash pan off. And if you've got to drop the ash pan in a hurry, this isn't a fun thing. Anyway, because the pins they go through are very close to the edge, I can't put anything else except something like this in them. So I guess the thing would be to make 6 new ones. I had thought, this is a thought that I was going to put something like this on it, which would be really nice. So they hold them in place. You just click them around. You've got a ring to pull them out, put them in, click it back. You don't need to spread the ends of them or anything. This is really nice. However, The problem is that the gap between the side of the pin and the side of the ash pan is about the thickness of that ruler. So that's not going to work. I'm open for ideas on that too. If someone's got ideas about that, how I can make that work, or how I can make a clip that pulls down and pulls out and clips back up solid against there so that they don't fall out if they're loose. But failing that, we'll be making some more of these. I'm thinking they're available in England because I see a lot of engines have them. Don't know what you even call them. And if you got them from the UK, whether they'd actually fit my engine or whether the holes are worn or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, there's 6 of them and they're all handmade and they all look ugly. Some of them are this long, some of them are this long, some of them are this thick, some of them are this thick, some of them are this thick. They're just, some have got bends on them, some of them got straight in, some have got it cut off on an angle like that. Anyway, that's another job that needs some thinking about. I've been thinking about it and I haven't arrived at any conclusion. What else? Don't know if there's much else. I've got to make a new pin for that, which is the gear pin. Right, I might just knock that pin out and give it a clean up, but it is pretty well worn. A bit ugly, see, it is a bit worn in here. So I might make a new 1/2-inch pin with 2 split pins in it. That's an easy job. Got a key. Gonna have to make a new key as well, because in the new gear this will fit. It won't fit in the old gear. You've got to be here first up if you want to look at the lathe. And it's a bit loose in the shaft, so I have to make a new one that's a bit oversized if we're going to put it all back together, and then probably just machine half of it off to fit the new one. Job's done. Launch progress wire edge we're working on for the guard. I don't know if you saw that, James, because you've been missing a bit in action the last few times. I think you have. There's the base for that. New aluminium guard. New nameplate. Plug that weld on that nice and solid. Run a bit of fill around it. Put a wire edge on it. Fill that as well. Give it a good sand up. And give it a coat of paint. Put 4 screws in the aluminium in the bottom. Should be good. Should be excellent. That's pretty exciting. That's awesome, Russell. There's a little bit of philosophy about that you're probably not aware of yet, and you will. If you are aware of it, it's probably pushed to the back of your mind, and it won't hurt to have the reminder, because we're that sort of people. Any lathe's 10 grand, just so you know, minimum. 125 quid lathe, you're going to spend 10 grand on it by the time you're finished. That's how it is. $8,000 lathe, you're still going to spend 10 grand on it before you get something that's usable. Yes, Russell, we do need pictures, absolutely. But that's how that is. So I don't feel like I've done very much. When I say it out loud, I probably haven't missed. I haven't sat around a lot. I've done a lot of CAD work for sheet metal and stuff. I've chased around looking for quotes for gear. I've started to put this back together. I've polished some brass. I've finished these and started the seats. Which look like this. Get them finished, get them in place, get this back together next weekend so that the weekend after we can put it back on the engine, I hope. That's the plan. Have it back in steam. So it's going together. Take care, John. It's way past your bedtime. It's late. Check out Tea and Biscuits channel. I don't know if I said that. You should absolutely check out Tea and Biscuits channel. If you're watching this and you're sitting over in the couch on the big screen TV and you can't be bothered getting up to press the like button, the best thing you can do is make a note of all these cool guys that are in the chat, right? And go and check out their channels and watch some of their videos. That's something you should do, right? Because a lot of them have got pretty cool videos. So I'm just saying, the 17 of you are watching and the 6 of you that are chatting, the rest of you should go and at least look at another video from someone who's chatting. That's where we're at with that, because you've all got awesome videos. James P, there is his sticker, the shed shop. Rusty Inventions, is he in the chat? Not today. Tea and Biscuits, his sticker. Go Create Hobby Machine. His sticker. Who else is in the chat? Who knows? They're not going to put their hands up. AIDS Workshop's in the chat. You should go and check him out. Absolutely. Mark Shed Talk. I haven't got a sticker from him, but you go and check him out. New video from Ox Tools today. If you haven't seen that yet. If you're new to YouTube in the last 2 years, you've never seen an Ox Tools video, that's a rabbit hole on its own, so go and check that out. There's also a video from Stefan Gottswinter, which is a really good video. Good. Have a look at some of these on here, right? Some of these guys we don't see very much of now. There's a video from Cam at Battler, a couple lately, right? Tom Make Here, haven't seen a lot from him recently. Metalworks Machine Shop, haven't seen much from him. Bundy Bears is a regular. JB doesn't contribute at all. What else we got here? Andy Ash, got a nice sticker. Haven't seen a lot of content from him. Scott Tyndale, still making content, absolutely. Pierre's Garage, haven't seen much from him, to be honest. And Phil's Project, Canadian guys. Sierra Specialty Auto, Joe Way, haven't seen much from him. Do Rope Fabrication, haven't seen much from him. Active Atom, haven't seen anything from them. Gem Trek, haven't seen much from him. Shark River, I've seen a couple of videos from him. There's Mark Presley, good videos from him every week. Steve Summers too. Haven't heard from Harold for a long time. Brad Jacob, haven't seen him for a while. Still good videos from Turnright Machine Shop, Keith Fenner. There's this dude here on the right. A-Bomb's always got good videos. Metal Tips and Tricks and Tips and Tricks down there. Dale Derry, haven't seen much from him. Anyway, Saunders Machine Works, always putting stuff up. John's Workshop been away. Dreamstein, good videos from him still. Shed Shop, James P. Should be videos from him. And Rusty Inventions. Aaron Engineering, always good stuff from him. Kilroy's quiet. Myford Boy, it's regular as clockwork. Blondie Hacks, regular as clockwork. Where's Howe? Haven't seen him for a long time, but I hope he's okay. There's one just announced right now from Keith Rucker at vintageMachinery.org. Max Grant's still active, I believe. He makes videos pretty regularly, I see them. John's Workshop, he's coming back. Apparently James P's had real life interference, so we can all relate to that. Machine NZ, he's a regular here, but I haven't seen a lot from him lately, but he's still making stuff. Been some very good channels over the years. This is a pretty comprehensive sticker board, probably one of the more comprehensive. My light fell down because I was leaning on it. And a lot of these guys had a Mr. Pete sticker, but it went missing. It got stuck on another board, and I couldn't get it off to save it, so I lost that. Matty had a good one. Where's Matty's Workshop? Always has good videos. Matty's Workshop. Saw it here somewhere. Was here? He's got a sticker, hasn't he? Gosh. Why can't I see this? What am I doing? Don't know. Yeah, there it is. Matty's Workshop. There we go. Go create. Tea and biscuits. Swan Valley Machine Shop. Excellent videos. Yeah, great guy. Texts me every now and again and tells me I'm an idiot. But anyway, Max is a great guy. So there we go. That's the definitive Machine Shop YouTube sticker board. Probably the definitive one. There's a lot of stickers there that are a bit rare. This one here, I don't think there's many of them. I think there's even less of those. Ox tool one. Yeah. Old Man Shop. Haven't seen Chris for a long time. He's a great guy. Winky's here somewhere. Is Winky's Workshop here? Not sure. Anyway, that's the sticker board. What else? Don't know. Not much else to cover, really. It's pretty well got it all. That's what's happening. Hope the audio wasn't too terrible. I've still got lots to do without even thinking about the whistle or any other projects. I've got jobs there that need some work. Like there's bits over there that need doing, but it hasn't happened yet. Tea and biscuits was having a think about automaton, and there's 2 clockwork motors there. Just saying that if there's a conversation, I'll be in it, but I'm not starting it. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, that's that. That's pretty well covered it. I've got to do something with some reamers. I've got a big biscuit tin and chocolate tin full of reamers, and most of them are in packets or in tubes like this, right? Not particularly reliable, not particularly easy access. I don't know what to do about them. I don't know the best way to store them. If anyone's got any really cool reamer storage ideas that don't take up a lot of room and don't collect dust, I'd totally be down. If you've got an idea, maybe a box with a slide out, like lift out tills or something. I don't know. Anyway, take care, Russell. Thinking of you. If you need a lift, we're over here. Anyway, I'm out. 2, I think we've dribbled on enough. Don't know if I've actually covered anything much, but I have made these. I finished them. And they were a bit of a mission, to be honest, to get that shape. But they're done. Pump's looking like a pump against bright red. Don't know about the colour, but we'll live with it. The metric spanner on my bench too, which makes me wonder about life. It's 21 mil. That's that. Anyway, take care, guys. We'll chat to you soon. See what crazy things happen this next week. But hopefully some of these jobs, by the time I talk to you again, will be starting to go back together and looking good. There should be half a roll of thread tape in this and it's not coming apart again and stuff like that. Anyway, we'll see how we go with that. Be kind to each other. I might be on Discord for a little while. I've got to do a 3D print for work before I go to bed, I think, because I just remembered that. And I'll catch you all. I'll turn that printer on now. So I'm out. Thanks, guys, for joining in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and more soon. Share this video. That's how it is, Peter. Thanks, Randy. Thanks, everyone.